A woman turning her heartbreaks into a career.
A business chain that'll blow you away.
And Valentine's Day horror stories.
All this and more coming up on Good Morning Texas.
Good morning, Texas. I'm Sandy Marin.
And I'm Luke Benedani. Thanks for tuning in to Good Morning Texas. Our first story this morning shows just how far a little social media and a lot of inspiration can get you far. Hopefully you have been following the Humans of New York page because less than a month ago, the founder of the Honey photo series, Brandon Stanton, created an Indiegogo campaign for the Mont Hall Bridges Academy in New York. The purpose of the campaign was to raise money for the middle school to fund trips to Harvard over the next few years. The campaign evolved from a picture of one of the Academy students to a huge photo series on the school, the state of education, and the lives of everyone at the Academy. At midnight last night, the Indiegogo campaign ended, having raised almost $1.5 million contributed by over 50,000 donors. The campaign broke the Indiegogo record for the highest number of contributors. The original goal of the campaign was to only raise $100,000, but now Stanton says that every dollar over $700,000 will go towards a scholarship being created under the original student's Vital's name. Vital will be the first recipient of the scholarship.
You know, it's so great to always hear about things like this where it just explodes, you know, and it's going towards something good, you know, the education of other students.
And it's crazy, like I've been following it on Instagram and just seeing everybody's comments and seeing how much they just love all the teachers and the kids and hearing the stories. It's just, it really makes you feel like humanity is back in the world.
It makes you happy. It's just so nice to see people come together for something so good like this.
It's a lot of crazy things going on, but it's just good to see something new and a change from all the wars and just the bad stuff that happens all the time.
And something else that's kind of crazy for us ladies is that there's actually a trend. Yes, that's right. The latest trend in hairstyling that doesn't involve any cut or color, a dry bar. Our reporters Alyssa Simeons and Marissa Martinez went to a blow dry bar at the Domain to find out more about what a dry bar is. They even got a first-hand experience at what they do. Take a look.
Actually, a Canadian company. We were the first to market the blow dry bar business category. So we started in Canada in 2007 and have ventured into the U.S. and we now have 48 locations internationally. So we strictly do styling. We don't do any haircuts and we don't do any color. So all of your styling needs will meet. So we do blowouts, which include a shampoo, a blow dry and blowout with a round brush, and then any and all hot tools are included in our service. Your stylist will grab you and we'll go over our signature hair menu and we'll customize any style you want to fit your needs. So all of our stylists are highly trained and we'll make sure that you're leaving looking exactly how you want. It's going to be very pink. Everything around us is extremely pink. It's a very fun environment and it's very creative. Everyone comes in and has a good time and leaves looking fabulous. So it's a fun process to be a part of. It's definitely here to stay. It's not a fad that's going to go out. We've built so much in just the past several years alone. We're popping up more and more all over the place. So I know our franchise partner is wanting to open more here in Austin, more in San Antonio. So more will be coming and all the locations are doing amazing. So we're here to stay.
Marisa Martinez, Good Morning Texas.
That was so amazing. This hair was done by me, and I don't think it came out as good as hers did. Yeah. You know, it's so amazing because girls, we just damage our hair so much by using so much heat, and the fact that you can just do this with like a brush and a blow dryer and it just looked like that. I mean, her hair was curly, and girl, it looked good. Like, props to her, you know. What do you blow dry your hair with, Lukeman?
I don't blow dry my hair with anything. But it looks like a lot of things can be done with just a little, little technique and a little instruments there with just a blow dryer. It's pretty awesome.
Especially if you need to, go out to an event or something.
There's a new play out here in Austin, 100 Heartbreaks, an original country musical written by Joanna Garner. Takes place at the Sahara Lounge in West Austin. Garner also stars as the lead character, an aspiring country singer who tries to get her heart broken 100 times in order to be sad enough to write country music to play in Nashville.
Joanna Gardner writes and stars in 100 Heartbreaks.
Well, I actually started writing this play about 8 years ago when I lived in Seattle, and I wrote it. I was a performer. I wrote it as a one-woman show for myself to perform. I love singing country music, and I thought I would sort of create a part for myself where I could sing and act. We were able to pull together this incredible cast that's just perfect and put together this show, which has been so incredibly fun to do here at the Sahara Lounge. I always wanted to make it a bigger piece and bring in a band and see what it felt like that way, and so finally, after developing it in Seattle at Bumper Shoot, Seattle Repertory Theater, I came here to Austin for graduate school, and this was the perfect place to do the show. It's so funny to be an artist and to write about heartbreak because I feel like that's a common topic for many songwriters, and we have our own heartbreaks and we channel them into art, and it makes us feel better, and it hopefully makes other people feel better.
By this time this year, I'll be in Nashville making a name for myself.
I think the next thing for me is actually just playing with a band.
Ali Triolo, Good Morning, Texas.
It's pretty cool that they're doing this all in a bar in Austin. That's pretty awesome that they were able to, just make the play happen all in there.
Yeah, and then to top it all off, she did all this by herself, so she could have an important role in this situation.
Yeah,
and the fact that she had her heart broken. Wow, that reminds me of Taylor Swift, because they say she always writes a song after she breaks up with a boy and stuff like that.
Yeah, she did all the writing, the music, and it's a great thing to just get her in the mood of Valentine's Day, I guess, right?
Yeah, and Valentine's Day don't always go as planned. Maribel and I went out to see what people had to say about their not-so-romantic Valentine's Day experiences.
Yeah, so I got my girlfriend these chocolates with peanuts in them, and I had no idea, but turns out she's allergic to chocolate.
Valentine's Day, I got a candle and some dried fruit and a Vicks tape that he made me. It was very sweet, I guess, but it didn't work out.
My worst Valentine's Day experience was having to present research on Valentine's Day when I should have been spending it with my girlfriend.
Valentine's Day of 2010, I was invited to a sophomore dance at my brother's school. It's the Valentine's Day dance, and I go out to dinner with my date, who we were kind of friends with, and we sit down at dinner. It's a nice Italian restaurant, and he takes out his teeth, and he had dentures, and he took them out and he just put them on the table. And it was just awkward after that, and I could not look him in the eye afterwards. It was very strange. Tried to kiss me, didn't work out.
So, did you hear the first guy?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say peanuts, but he said his girlfriend was allergic to chocolate.
What are the odds? That's the one thing you give to people.
And you should know that.
if it's your girlfriend, I would hope so. And then the last girl, the boy took out his dentures while they were high school students, and then he tried to kiss her. I don't know if boys don't take notes on these events. Please, if you have dentures and you're in high school, don't take them out.
Had some teeth problems there. Well, don't go anywhere. Coming up next, a look at this week's weather forecast.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. We have our Leslie Adamy in the News and Weather Center. What's happening in the news for this week, Leslie?
Managing editor Brian Williams has been suspended for 6 months without pay after he acknowledged exaggerating his role in a helicopter episode in Iraq from 2003. Williams had claimed to have been in a helicopter that was hit by an RPG. However, after soldiers had expressed doubt on the legitimacy of the story, Williams confessed he was actually never in the helicopter. Lester Holt, who has been filling in for Williams since he voluntarily took a leave of absence on Monday, will continue to substitute as anchor for NBC Nightly News. And some tragic news for the family of an American aid worker confirmed dead by her family and the White House Tuesday. The announcement of Kayla Mueller's death comes 4 days after ISIS sent her family a private message that the 26-year-old Arizona native had been killed by a coalition strike in Syria. Mueller was taken hostage in August 2013 in Syria after leaving a Doctors Without Borders hospital. In a statement released by her family, they said that Kayla was a compassionate and devoted humanitarian and that she dedicated the whole of her young life to helping those in need of freedom, justice, and peace. Now in more local news, good news for any cyclists out there. This week, the Austin City Council discussed spending $250,000 to install new bike detectors and signals at 32 intersections across the city. The objective is to have cyclists move easily and faster through signals without having to stop traffic. The City Council is expected to reach a decision Thursday. That's all your news for this morning. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Leslie. It's tough to hear about this ISIS stuff and how they're taking the hostages and people are being killed. You know, she went over there trying to help with Doctors Without Borders, and now, you know, it's tough to
It
just hear all
is.
this kind of thing.
It really is. You know, situations are tough out there, and look at the cyclists, huh?
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll go better for them.
Yeah. I mean, just to not have so many car crashes. Take some sad things out of the news.
Yep.
Well, how's the weather looking?
Well, man, we have been absolutely spoiled to some gorgeous sunny weather here in Austin this week in February, and it looks like we may still be in for some more, just a little longer. We have some sunny days and cool nights ahead. Now, if you're heading out to work early this morning, be careful as there may be some patchy fog on the roads. Today, we are expected to see a high of 77 degrees with temps dipping down into the 40s later tonight. Thursday, we will see slightly lower temperatures throughout the day, but still sunny. This Valentine's Day weekend is expected to look beautiful with even more sunny skies, all in the upper 60s to mid 70s. Monday so far looks as though we'll be welcoming back some more wintry weather, so take advantage of the rest of this lovely week. So feel free to break out those skirts and shorts, but I'd advise keeping a light jacket handy as well. That's it for your weather. Back to you guys.
Some Valentine Day gifts dues.
And the please do not. So stay tuned for some more Good Morning Texas. With Valentine's Day coming up this weekend, people are making their ways to the stores to buy gifts for their significant others. But before you rush off and buy those dozen roses, here's our list of the top 5 overrated Valentine's Day gifts and what to buy instead that will show a little bit more thought.
Okay, so you ladies were definitely ones who made this list.
Woo.
Box of chocolates. That's something that I think is a good gift, you know. Everybody loves chocolate.
You know, you would think you'd like chocolates unless you're allergic, like that one girl.
Like the first girl?
Yes.
Okay, you're right. So what should we buy instead?
I'm thinking instead, you know, buy us some edible arrangements, you know, those made out of fruits. They look pretty and they're yummy to top it all off. Maybe some, you know, some cookies, some Tiff Streets would be good.
Cream puffs, would that be?
Cream puffs, yes, that would be great.
All right. Okay, so the next thing, I always do fancy dinners. How about that?
Okay. Fancy dinners could be good, but I mean, you're just taking her out, you know. I feel like something more like homemade would be cuter. It would be more thoughtful, so you can have a homemade dinner. Here's the best one: a homemade heart-shaped pizza.
Okay.
Or like if you don't know how to make pizzas, then just order one. But, you know, that's cute. That's cute. A heart-shaped pizza, like how
Yeah.
thoughtful is that?
Yeah. I know I can whip something up. Maybe not a pizza, but I can do some pasta, some little fish fillet, that kind of
Sprinkle
thing.
some cheese on top of that pasta.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, and for the boys, what do you think? I feel like lingerie is overrated.
Overrated? Okay. So, what should I try to do? Go out and get a dress or something?
Yeah,
instead, or
just,
what?
you know, their favorite clothes. Maybe, you know, you guys go to the mall and she's like, oh, I really like this dress, you know, low-key trying to insinuate something, and then you just go back and buy it.
Oh, okay. I could do that. Just spend a little money on the, you know, the Gucci, the Versace. and all that kind of stuff. All right. So I know it's a little cliche. Everybody does like the dozen roses, but then they might have the last one that's plastic that lasts forever.
Yeah, and then they can frame that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like instead maybe their favorite flower.
Okay.
You know, maybe they're like tulips, daisies, because you know those red roses, they can get overrated sometimes. Or I know some people even like write "I love you" on each petal.
See, what
Which is-
if I take the time to go and grow some flowers just for you? Is that
I think yes. Ding ding ding.
Bay forever?
Bay forever. 5 ever.
All right. So another thing, a large stuffed bear.
Can we not, please? No, ma'am. No, sir. Do not go out and buy your significant other.
Biggest no-no.
This is literally the biggest no-no you could do. What is your significant other gonna do with this bear? Sleep on it instead of their bed? Like, do you want them to cuddle with the bear instead of you? You're just messing yourself over.
Okay. What if I do the little Build-A-Bear thing, make it more personalized, right?
Okay, that's cute. I think you can even like use your voice, like, and when they squish it, maybe it's like, you know, like they squish the bear and it's like, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Better not do anything bad.
Don't try to play around. Anybody come over, I got the bear.
I think that would be cute, or even, just, you know, you choose the clothes that goes on and you put your voice in it. That might be a little creepy, but you know what? It's the thought that counts, okay?
Okay. I could do that. These are some great things to do. Now, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to be talking about one of the romances. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. It's not unusual for UT students to get tutored, but it's not every day that they're getting a lesson from someone half their size. In studio with us this morning is Jackson Temple. Jackson is a 13-year-old and helps students learn Italian. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you excited to be here today to join us?
Very.
So tell us how you learned Italian.
Well, when I was 6, my family and I had 2 brothers at the time, and my mom was pregnant. We moved to Switzerland, and practically no one spoke English there. So, and they didn't really have an Italian school or an English school. So I went to school in Italian, and luckily one of my teachers spoke English in kindergarten, so it was very helpful to have someone to be able to translate to other kids. And my dad would give me notes in Italian that would say like, where is the bathroom? Do you want to play with me? Stuff like that.
So you're learning out of necessity. Could other people in the house speak Italian?
Yes, everyone except for my 2 youngest siblings. And yeah.
So how does that play out in the house?
Luckily, we're able to hide our real intentions from my younger brothers, which is pretty handy.
Yeah, so you play little tricks on them sometimes.
Yeah.
So you're a tutor teaching college students. You know, that's a pretty big deal. How did that start?
Well, I wanted to conserve my Italian. I didn't want to forget it, and so I thought that teaching Italian students would help me remember.
So how do you work this tutoring? Do you teach them from their assignments, or do you use the app, or how does that happen?
Well, generally, they bring their homework, and I go over with them and explain how they can do it. But I'm thinking of getting some tests or something from off the internet.
Is it we're talking to these older students and kids?
At the beginning, yes. You're like, are they gonna walk out the door? Or it's very, at the beginning, it's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever been stumped from what they bring in? Maybe because I know since you learned it in Switzerland, it was you were speaking it, trying to figure out things, just talking kind of way. Was it different learning like all the grammar rules and that kind of stuff, or is that something you already knew?
Well, it's not very difficult for me to teach the Italian because I did stuff that was very much like, their homework is very much like the stuff that I did in school. And so I've pretty much gone over the stuff that they're doing right now, and if I hadn't gone over it already, then it would be much harder.
How long is this something that you wish to, how long do you wish to continue this?
Well, I'll continue as long as I get more students. I need a few more students.
How many students do you tutor right now?
Right now I'm only tutoring 2, and it would be nice if I could tutor some more.
Yeah, yeah. Has it ever gotten overwhelming with your own schoolwork and just being a kid?
Not really. I'm half homeschooler, half real schooler. And yeah.
Okay. So you said your parents both know Italian.
Yes.
Is there other languages that you speak in the house or that you know?
I'm kind of good at French, and I was starting German before we moved here.
Okay. Are you thinking of learning a lot more languages, or even starting to tutor those, or how? Or what do you expect to do?
I would like to keep learning German, which that would be nice.
So we've been speaking about Italian now. Is there any Italian you can say?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe you can close out the show for us.
Okay.
So thanks for watching Good Morning Texas.
Okay.
Hope to see you next week.
Sure.
Okay.
Grazie per aver guardato Good Morning Texas. Spero che ci vediate la settimana prossima.
Great. Hopefully I can learn some Italian. Well, that's all we have for you today for Good Morning Texas. Throughout the week, you can follow us on Twitter at GoodMorningTX. Thanks for starting your morning with us. Have a great Wednesday. And again, we hope to see you next week. Thanks for joining us.